Hello, welcome to this edition of Pilates Matwork. So today we're going to get into all movements of the spine, lots of core work as everyone likes, but we will get a full body workout. In addition to that, you will see me if I can get my words out, sitting on a blanket a lot. My back's a little funny. It was one of those nights where the dogs were up against me and I slept funny and I could have moved them, but they look cute. So I sacrificed my comfort for theirs. So you'll see me use this, and you can also use it for knee cushion in the beginning, in our beginning flow, if you want that. Strap or a band if you want that for stretching. We're only going to use it for stretching. We're not going to use it for anything else. A belt, like you wear around your waist, will work just as well. But that being said, we will go ahead and get going. So I'm going to have a seat here on my blanket, and I'm going to turn sideways to the camera just so that you can see alignment here when we do our prep. So I'm going to be crisscross applesauce, but you sit how you need to sit. Good. Finding a tall seat. So think about lengthening a little bit from crown to tail. Good. Zipping up from pubic bone behind the navel. And when you're ready, we'll just take that chin to the chest. So we'll get into the back of the neck today. Breathe and expand that rib cage. And back to center. We're going to take our gaze and our chin to where the ceiling and the wall meet. So we're not taking it all the way back here. You just want to take it to where the ceiling and the wall meet. And then once you're here, if you can, see if you can take your jaw forward. So you get a stretch under here, and it makes a funny face, but it's just a nice stretch. So don't worry about what you look like. And bring that back and head back to center. Take the right ear to the right shoulder. Now, as an anchor, you can take that left arm out to the left. That might be enough to give you a stretch down the left side of the neck. If you want a little bit more, take the right hand up, let it rest right above the ear. So no pulling or tugging. Gravity will give you what you need. And remember, just like anything else, pain, numbness, tingling, burning, not normal. So if you feel any of those, you always want to back off until you don't. Snap, crackle, pop sensations, good. We'll take that back to center, are fine as long as pain is not associated with the snap, crackle, pop. So from here, we'll take the left ear to the left shoulder. Getting a stretch on the right side now. You can stay here. You can take your right arm out to the side. You can take the left hand up, be where you need to be. We're still expanding the rib cage. Belly button is still in here. And release and coming back. Let's take some big shoulder rolls. Really exaggerate the move. So I'm starting with the forward roll, but it doesn't really matter what direction you start with. As long as you're rolling, then it's all good. And then let's take that back. So just take it into the opposite direction. Good. And then from here, when you're ready, good. We'll just take the hands to the side. Big inhale. Left arm's going to reach. Take a side bend to the right. Try to keep shoulders and hips in alignment. Sits bones are grounded. Now you can choose to stay here. You can always come out if you need to. You can choose to open towards the ceiling into a little stretchy twist, or you can take the C-curve roll, belly button into the spine, forehead in the direction of the knee, but not touching. And from here, we'll lengthen and come back out of there. Good. Left hand comes down, right arm comes up, big inhale, exhale. Take a side bend towards the left. Sits bones are grounded. Breathe and expand. Good. And then you choose staying here, side bending deeper. You can open towards the ceiling, or you can take a C-curve roll, forehead in the direction of the knee, but not touching. Find what you need. Inhale and lengthen, and come back up. Big inhale, both arms up. Exhale, gentle twist towards the right. Arms can come down, rolling shoulders back, looking a little bit more behind you. Breathe and expand. And lift, and come back center. Inhale, exhale. Other direction, taking arms down, rolling shoulders back, maybe looking a little bit more behind you. Breathe and expand. And lift, and come back center, taking those arms down. Good. We're going to take this forward. We're going to come to all fours here. So if you need a knee cushion, then you can bring that in. I'm going to put this out to the side for right now. Good. So as you come to all fours, spread the fingers wide, root the knuckles of the pinky, pointer, and thumb. Knees can be about hip width apart or slightly wider if you've got a cranky low back today. But from here, belly button is in. Good. We're going to inhale, taking the heart forward, tipping the pelvis back. Nice cow pose. And we're going to round into a cat pose. Good. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Good. Inhale, come back to the neutral spine. Good. We're going to get a side bend now. So think about squeezing the upper hip bone and the low rib cage. Think about squeezing that together. So from here, we're going to look to the right, squeezing, and center, and to the left and squeeze, and center. Again, to the right and squeeze, and center, and left and squeeze, and center. We're going to take this into a little thread the needle. Right arm's going to come out to the side. Inhale, exhale, get a little scoop, trying to keep hips and knees in alignment. Inhale, exhale, take it through. Good. So remember, it's the top of the head that comes down. We're not smashing the ear into the mat. You want the head and neck to be an extension of the spine. So if you're pressing your ear into the floor, you don't have an extension of the head and neck because you're making a kink in that line of energy. And then from here, using your left hand to help you, pressing up, coming back to center, all fours. We're going to repeat that little sequence one more time. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Coming back to neutral. Good. Take the side bend to the right and squeeze, and center. To the left and squeeze, and center. To the right and squeeze, and center. To the left and squeeze, and center. Thread the needle for the other side. Left arm comes out. Give it a scoop, and come up, and take it all the way through. Good. So remember your alignment here. Breathe and expand. And when we're ready, good, we'll press up and we'll come up from here. Good. I'm just going to come into just a little bit of a cow and come back to neutral. We're going to come to a plank here. You've got options. You can walk your hands forward a little bit if you need to keep your knees grounded. Knees can also be lifted here. Toes can be down, be where we're comfortable. Or you can come up with me, finding a full plank. Good. So from your plank, find good form. We're going to be here for about 4 breaths. So belly button is in, press that mat away. And 2, 3, and 4. Good. Drop those knees, come to a child's pose. Maybe cupcake those fingertips. Good. From here, when you're ready, good. I'm just going to cross my ankles as I come back here, coming onto the back, going into supine work. Good. So once you're here, good. Knees are going to be parallel hip width apart. Good. Keeping the feet grounded, roll your shoulders back. So find that nice wide collarbone. Find that base of support. Find your safe neutral. Zip up from pubic bone to behind the navel. Press evenly into both feet. We're going to lift the hips up towards the ceiling. Remember, your body will let you know when you should not come up any higher. And lower the hips back down. Inhale, exhale, pressing up. And lower. Articulation, the one bone at a time. We're going to rock that pelvis back. Peel up one vertebrae at a time. Lift the heels, come on the tippy toes. Drop the heels, starting from the mid-back, lowering that down one vertebrae at a time. Find your length when you get there. Inhale, exhale, rock it back, peeling it up. Good. Could you from here lift the toes coming onto the heels? Now lower the balls of the feet, starting from the mid-back, lower that down one vertebrae at a time. Finding length and safe neutral. Again, rocking it back, peeling it up. Good. Come up onto toes and down, heels, down, toes, down, heels, down, toes, down, heels, down. Feel it fire up those glutes. Heels lift, down, toes lift, down. One more. Heels lift, down, toes lift, down. Lower it down one vertebrae at a time. Good. Bring the knees into the chest and rock, rock, rock side to side. Good. We're going to take some chest lifts here. Good. So I want you to kind of keep this in mind, almost like those aerobic crunches that we used to do in the 80s and 90s after an aerobics class. I want you to kind of think about that engagement here for a moment, because we're going to build on that. So I'm going to take my arms up. My feet are grounded. Inhale, exhale, nodding the chin. I'm lifting the upper body. I'm squeezing here. I'm reaching long and low with my arms. Inhale, lift. Lower that back down. And we're doing these slow because I want you to feel this. Form is better when we do it slow. Slower does not always mean easier. Inhale, exhale, C, curve it up and reaching long. Faster doesn't always mean harder. Depends on what you're doing. And lift and lower. And 3. And lower. And 4. And down. Good. From here, take the hands behind the head. Good. We're going to reach the right leg long. We're going to come up. We're going to rotate now. So big inhale, exhale. As I come up, I'm going to rotate towards my right, and then I'm going to lengthen. I'm going to lift that leg as I come up through center. And lower. And to the right. And lengthen. And center lift. And lower. And right. And lengthen. And lift center. And lower. Now from here, we're going to stay with the bent knee. We're going to come to the right side 5 times. So here we go. Go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And take that down. Good. Now we've got the pleasure of doing that to the other side. So from here, left leg's going to be in tabletop. Here we go to the left. Go 1, lengthen, lift center, and down. Twist left, lengthen, lift center, and down. Twist left, and lengthen, lift center, and down. Lift left, and lengthen, and center, and down. Put a bend in that knee. Here's 5 times towards the left. Here we go. Inhale, exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and put that down. Whoops, almost did 6 there. Good. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Good. Now, zipping up, finding that engagement, we're going to go to our first of 2 sets of hundreds here. So feet can be grounded. You can be in tabletop, legs up towards the ceiling or a diagonal. Just as a friendly reminder, the lower you go in the diagonal, the harder it is, but not at the expense of the back. So if the back is getting involved, popping up, legs are too low. If you're up in the C curve and your neck is getting involved and you've tucked the chin and it's still like not right back there, lower down the upper body. If you're tight and connected and you're still working here, you're still working that core. It's not worth the headache you'll get in a couple hours by working through that tension, okay? So from here, whenever you're ready, inhale, exhale, C, curve that up, find where you're gonna go with the legs, start pumping long and strong. And we inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift upper body higher. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, reach lower. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, hold, and bring that down. Whew. Rock, 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 side to side. Gently take head and neck from side to side. Good. So remember me telling you a few moments ago to remember what that crunch feels like? We're going to come back to that here. So we're going to do a reverse crunch. So we all know the crunch where we're here. Now we're going to reverse it, taking the legs up. So for here, we'll take the legs here. This is, if you're intermediate or advanced, this is where you'll be. Beginners, you can have a bend in your knees here. Okay. So from here, when you're ready, rolling shoulders back, really engage, and we're going to lift. And 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Easier said than done. Separate those feet, hip width apart, flex those feet. Good. We're going to cross reach, and we're going to do that for 8. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Bring that down. Wiggle, 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 side to side. Good. So from here, when you're ready, we're going to take this into the series of 5. Because we have done some other core work before the series of 5, we're going to keep this at the number 8 today. If that's not your number, you take it where you need to take it. Good. Starting with single straight leg stretch, knees on tabletop. Good. From here, inhale. Exhale, I'm going to come up. I'm going to take my right knee in, left leg long. Remember, hips stay grounded. They don't rock side to side. And here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Bringing that down. Single straight leg stretch, legs up to the ceiling. Before we do that, let's just work through our ankles here. Let's just point and flex the feet. Good. And roll the ankles in one direction. And then in the other direction. And while we're here, just spread the toes wide and squeeze them together a few times. So important to balance and walking, but often forgotten. Our little toes. Good. So from here, when we're ready, inhale, exhale, take that up. Good. I'm going to hold on to my right leg, left leg. Right leg's going to come long. Doesn't really matter though. Hips stay even here. Good. Pull, switch, pull, switch. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Bringing that back down. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Double leg stretch. So on this one, I like to start with my knees in. Inhale, exhale, lifting my upper body. Good. Now from here, when you're ready, inhale, exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. and bring that down and wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Double straight leg stretch. Legs are going to come up. So different ways to do this one. Some people like to sit on their hands, helps the pelvis stay in the neutral. Upper body can be grounded, or you can do this up in a C curve. That's going to be the hardest way. I'm going to do upper body grounded and sit on my hands today just because my back is a little aggravated. So choose your version. Good. We're going to inhale on the down. Again, watch your back. No funny business when you come low. Exhale on the up. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Bring the knees in. Rock, rock, rock. Good. Taking this into rotation again with the crisscross. Feet can be grounded and you can just do upper body. Hips stay grounded on the floor. They don't lift up, no matter whether your feet are grounded or knees are in tabletop. Okay. So be mindful of form. Hands behind the head. Elbows are out. Remember, you're leading with the shoulder, not with the elbow. So try to touch the shoulder, reach the shoulder towards the knee. So we're going to go up towards the right first. Big inhale, exhale, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Woo. Taking that down. Wiggle, 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 side to side. All right, from here, we're going to roll over to the side, come up to a seat. No, we've got a stretch coming, but not quite yet. We're going to go right into some roll downs, roll ups, and roll overs for those of you that have that. Good. So because I'm doing a roll down, I'm not going to be sitting on my blanket here, but remember, roll downs, different things for different people. Maybe you're in the your knees bent. You can roll all the way down to the back here, or roll part of the way and then roll yourself up. When do you know if you're rolling yourself up if your knees are bent? You'll know when you hit your limit, when either you feel the feeling where you need to either keep going or your feet are going to start to fly up off the floor if you don't stop. That's your point of control. That's your stopping point. So this is a great way to practice roll downs and roll ups if going all the way down and coming all the way up is not for you. You can also take legs long here. Good. And practice the partial roll down and roll up if you want that, or you can keep going. Good. Now, some of you will only do roll downs today. Maybe if that's you, you roll over to your side, come back up to seat and start again. Rolling up, people, arms up. Inhale, exhale. Oh, I'm still favoring my left side, and my legs come up a little bit. Ideally, you want to come up through center and legs stay grounded, but I am a work in progress like all of us. So we do what we can and we keep practicing, and we don't worry about what we can't do, because we can all do lots of things. We can do more things than we think. We can do more things than what we can't do. So focus on that. When you're ready, here's number 2. Oh. Good. Now, you can continue with that, or you can take your roll down, take it right into the roll over. If you've got neck issues, I do not recommend this. Good. So legs come behind you. They open shoulder width apart. Toes point down to the floor, and you are slowly rolling that down. Good. Good. And you can kind of help yourself a little bit to roll up here as well if you'd like. Good. I'm going to roll that back down and roll over. Good. And then once you're ready, just come up, roll it down, bend your knees in, maybe cross at the ankles today. We're going to roll like a ball. If rolling like a ball is not for you, roll over to your side. You can balance onto a boat. but I'm just gonna rock here. Obviously, if you've got spinal issues, rolling like a ball is not gonna be for you. Good, and we'll come all the way up. Good. From here, there's a couple things we are gonna balance on the sits bones. So you can hold behind your legs if this is where you need to be, or you can hold ankles, feet, or toes, find an open leg rocker balance. This is the first of two. Now, if you're following me in open leg rocker balance, notice how this feels to you right now. You know, back is long, we're not hanging in it. Good. Carefully bend. Good. I'm gonna just turn this way. Good. Take your legs out to the side. I'll bring my blanket back in here. Good. And we're gonna get a nice 80 adductor stretch here. So wide leg, forward fold. So take your toes towards your face. Big inhale. Exhale, hinge and fold. Breathe and expand the rib cage. Notice where you're feeling stretches. So you should feel it in the inner thigh, you should feel it in the back, you should feel it at the sits bones. And when you're ready, carefully press up from there. Good. Now I'm just going to turn this way again, just so it's not, it's a little bit just better for the camera. Good, and we'll find that balance again. So if you can, try to find open leg rocker. You can have toes, feet, legs, or ankles. See if it's a little bit easier on the legs now than that first one you did. So we're in balance here. We're controlling that balance with our core. And when you're ready, good. Carefully come out of there. We're going to set up for our saw series. So I'm going to turn back facing the camera. Good. This time, legs don't have to be as wide. So think about maybe just a little bit wider than hip width apart here. If you've got a mat and your mat's going, you know, in the direction that you're sitting, maybe heels about mat width apart. Support the backs of the knees if you're really tight in the back side of the body. Sitting up on a blanket will help you as well. But from here, we're going to take our arms forward. We're going to get spinal roll forward. So zipping up from pubic bone to behind the navel. Good. It's just a little curvature. Yeah. So I'm thinking about looking right here. Ears and biceps will come into that alignment. And then starting from the tailbone, I'm going to stack bone by bone back on top of each other. Yeah. And we'll do that a few more times. And I'm just going to come off the blanket here and just demo what this looks like from the side. So notice how I'm getting into a C curve roll here forward. It's not a hip hinge. And then stacking back up. Good. So we'll do that a couple more times here. Nice and tall. Get that little forward roll. Spine stretch forward. And lengthening back up. And we'll do that one more time. I like to exhale on the down, take a big inhale, and then exhale as I come back up. Good. From here, let's take the arms out to the side. Sits bones are going to stay grounded here, spine stretch to the side. We're just coming over in center and other side. Good. Now that you've done that one time, if you want to take the arm over a little bit more, getting a little bit deeper into it, you can. And again. And again. And coming back up. Good. All right, we're going to take this into rotation. So on this rotation, we're going to take our arms out. And remember, we're just going to rotate here. And so when we rotate, don't bring your other arm back and have no control here. Think about there's a rod that your arms are on. And so that's limiting arms going in different places. So be in control. Belly button is in. We're nice and tall in the spine. We're going to go to the right center, left, center. Torso and arms move as a single unit. Right, center, left, center. Keeping the arms and torso as a single movement, we'll take this into a pulse. So again, watch your arms. They're not wild, they're in control. Pulse, pulse, center, pulse, pulse, center, pulse, pulse, center, pulse, pulse, center. Relax the arms. Shoulders got a little work there. Good. We're going to put some of those elements together for full saw. So from here, good. And I've seen people do this bouncy bounce thing here. Don't do that. Just reach. So hip bones will stay grounded on both sides. Good. Rotate, reaching around, cutting off the pinky toe with the pinky finger, and articulate back up. And rotate, reaching around, and back up. Rotate, reaching around, and up. Rotate, reaching around, and coming back up and relax. Good. We're going to take this right in the side series here. I'm going to start by lying on my left side first. So different things for different people. Good. You can have this long, legs are both are long, parallel stack. Some of you that need a little bit more might bend that bottom knee. You can be up here on the forearm as long as you're not hanging in the shoulder like this, and you want to be lifted in the rib cage. Okay. Some people can even do it up here. I think that's a little bit harder. Some people like to do it on the elbow. I think that's harder as well. Or you can just follow me being down here. Be where you can be comfortable, breathe properly, be in good form. Okay. Otherwise, it's all good. So from here, find where you're going to be. Belly button is in. We're not letting it go here. Top leg has a little bit of a point in it, and really squeeze and really get into this area here. We're going to lift 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now from here, turn your hip, knees, and toes towards the ceiling. Good. Flexion in that foot. We're going to drag that heel up, lift, point, and lower. Drag. Drag. Good. Pause. Now we're going to reverse that, taking it down. Good. And up. Harder than it looks, but I really feel it in my backside. One more time. Good. Take it here. Now turn hips, knees, and toes back towards the side. We're going to take this into circles. Tinier circles will give you a little bit more control. Larger circles are harder. You have to stabilize here. So if you're moving, like this and you're really wild, you need smaller circles, slower circles. You want that core control. So here we go. 8 times each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and reverse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Bend in that knee, pat something out. Good. From here, when you're ready, good. Come back onto your back. We're going to do our second round of hundreds. Oh, yes, we are. You choose again. Are you going to be grounded? Are you going to be tabletop, to the ceiling, or diagonal line? Choose what you need. From here, arms up. Big inhale. Exhale, C, curve it up. Find your hundreds legs position. Start pumping. And we inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 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 Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, hold. Lift higher and bring that down. Good. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle side to side. Maybe take hands to the knees. Make some little circles here. And when you're ready, good. We are going to take that to the other side. Now, for me to do the other side and not have my backside to you, I'm just going to kind of come up here and take my feet to the other side. So same thing as other side. Do with this arm, do with your body where you need challenge, where you're comfortable, where you can be in good breath and good form. And then from here, when you're ready, we're zipped up. Good. And we're going to lift. Really squeeze this outer thigh here. We've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. From here, good. Turn hip, knee, and toe towards the ceiling. Good. Taking the heel and drag and take. Good. Lift. Stay with the breath. Good. Now let's reverse. One more time. Good. Now hip, knees, and toes are going to turn towards the side. 8 circles, both directions. Take the ones that are best for you. Belly button in, be in control. And we've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Woo! Bend in that knee, pat something out. We're going to roll over onto our bellies. Good. So coming onto the belly. And make sure that your legs are about hip width apart here to start. Just makes the low back feel a little bit better. Good. So we're going to start with Swan and Swan dive. So if your hands are under your shoulders, maybe take them a little forward into the side, relaxing the elbows, belly button down. So big inhale, belly button in. Exhale, find a baby swan or a big swan. Be where your shoulders are not by your ears and you're not hanging and crunching in the low back. And we'll lower. Swan number 2. And lower. Swan number 3. And lower. Swan 4. And lower. Stay with those or add swan dive on with me. You need to be able to do a high swan in order to do the dive. But from here, when you're ready, good. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. And lower that down. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Take hands forward. Palms can be down towards the floor or facing each other. Be where you're comfortable. One is not necessarily better than the other. Legs are hip width apart though. Big inhale, exhale, lift upper and lower here. Good, and alternate. We're gonna take a slow swim here. Breathe. Good. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower that down. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. All right. We're going to add on, I'm not really sure what it's called. I just call it kind of like the X, squeeze and lift. So from here, start where you would start from your swimming position. So arms and legs are forward. Palms can be face down on this one. Inhale, exhale. Good. Now kind of find your Superman here. Now arms and legs are going to come out to the side. Use the glutes and squeeze. And side and squeeze. And X and squeeze and X and squeeze. And one more, X and squeeze. Lower that down. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Let's get a quad stretch here while we're here. So I'm going to bend my right knee. I'm going to reach around, grab pants, ankles, foot. Good. And just find that. And then think about lengthening a little bit from hip to knee and do a little bit of a lift, rolling the shoulder back. You should feel that in the quads, right in the top of the thigh there. Good. Carefully release with control. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. We'll take that to the other side. So bending left knee, reaching around, grabbing it. Be where you can be here. Good. Now think about a little length from hip to knee. That might be enough, or you can lift a little bit, rolling left shoulder back. Breathe through the stretch. Belly button is still in here. We're not letting it go. And then from here, we'll release. Good. From here, roll over onto your back. Grab a strap, your band, your belt, whatever it is that you're using here. We're going to get a nice stretch here before we end with another little plank. Good. So I'm going to take my band starting at the right foot. If you're using a strap or a belt, you don't have to really worry about a whole much. If you're using a stretchy band, make sure the stretchy band is flat on the foot, just so that it doesn't roll, snap, and hit you in the face. So from here, your other knee can be bent or extended long. It depends on how your back feels. And then when you're ready, just bring this leg in towards the face, keeping a micro bend here. Go to your body's range of motion. Good. Breathe through it. Good. Release. Both bands or straps into the right hand. And from here, both hips, both shoulders stay grounded. Take that right leg out to the right. You can hang out in that strap or tug in towards the shoulder. Find what you need. Now, a lot of you might choose to stay here, and as long as the low back is okay, mine's actually a little bit better now that I've gotten moving a little bit more. You can take maybe that left leg long in front of you, left arm long behind you, and reach from fingertip to heel. Good. Releasing, putting a bend back in that left knee, bring that right leg up. Cross the right ankle over the left knee for figure 4. Some of you might stay right here. This might be the extent of your figure 4, or maybe we bring it in towards the chest. Maybe a rock, rock, rock here. Good, and then when you're ready, good, we'll lower that down. Arms out to the side, leave the figure 4 right where it is, taking a twist over towards the left. Figure 4 twisty. Breathe and expand into the rib cage. And when you're ready, good, engage your abdominals as you come back into center. And we'll undo. We're going to take that whole series to the other side. So grab your strap band, whatever it is that you're using, around the left foot. Good, make sure if you're using a stretchy band, make sure the band is flat. Right knee can be bent. If you're okay in the back, you can take it long. And then you just take this stretch here where it feels good to you, keeping a micro bend in the knee. So as another friendly reminder, pain, numbness, tingling, burning, not being able to take good, comfortable breaths, not normal. So back off until you don't feel those things if you're feeling them. Good, now when you're ready, we'll release. Both straps or bands into the left hand, both hips stay grounded, taking that leg out to the left. You can hang out there, you can tug in towards the rope. And if your back is okay with it, you can take that right leg long in front of you, right arm long behind you, and reach from fingertip to heel. And when you're ready, good, we'll bring that back in. Remove the band or the strap, cross that left ankle over the right knee for figure 4. This might be it for some. Otherwise, you can bring it into your limit. You can rock, rock, rock side to side if you like. And taking that right foot back down, leaving that ankle where it is, arms out to the side. We're going to take that figure 4 twist towards the right. Try to keep left shoulder grounded. Breathe and expand into this twist. Good, and gently bring that back in the center. Good, carefully undo. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle here. Good, and then from here, we're going to, again, roll like a ball as we make our way back forward to come into a final push-up and plank. So crossing at the ankles, if rolling like a ball is not for you, you know where we're going. And when you're ready, take a few rolls. Coming all the way up, coming all the way back forward. Good. So from here, we're going to do some push-ups first. And I'm going to do this a little bit easier today, but there's all different kinds of levels you can do push-ups. You can do push-ups from here, down here. I'm going to demo this really modified one in all 4s. So choose where you need to be here. Good. And I'm going to turn fingers, elbows, and shoulders inward. So almost like a little bit of a medial rotation here, just so that my elbows can easier or more easily go out to the side. So we'll try 8. If that's not your magic number, stop where you need to stop. But remember, it's halfway down. Good. So from here, inhale, exhale 1, exhale 2, exhale 3, exhale 4, exhale 5, exhale 6, exhale 7, exhale 8. Good. Take that back child's pose, maybe cupcake those fingertips. Our final plank, we're going to do this with a forearm plank here. So I'm going to come forward. My forearms are going to be down. We will be moving into this forearm plank into a dolphin as well, just so that you know. But elbows are about shoulder width apart. Good. You can forearm plank, taking your knees back a little bit here, or tucking the toes and lifting. Good. And then from here, we're going to breathe. We're going to breathe for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. With knees bent or hinging from the hips, take it back to a dolphin. You might walk your feet in a little bit here. Head and neck are free. Head is not touching the floor. My shoulders are in their pockets. I'm making my upper body work really hard here in that strength building. Good, and then from here, I'm going to walk my feet back out, drop my knees, finding a child's pose. When you're ready, we're going to come back up to a seat. Good. And when you're ready, just taking your arms out to the side, let's cross right arm on top of the left. You can hug yourself, you can wrap yourself, lift lower, just find that little stretchy here. Opening back up. Good. Left arm on top of the right. You can hug, you can wrap, lift and lower here. Find your sweet spot. And release. Big inhale and reach. Turning palms away. Grow taller from crown to tail. Great job. You made it through this Pilates mat work session. I'm so proud of you. Stick with it, and I can't wait to see you again. Bye-bye.